A crash 5 days ago in South Minneapolis took 5 young women from our community. 5 families had to say goodbye to their daughters, their sisters. These early days have been filled with grief, and they are also filled with questions. Questions about how the man who hit the women in the crash that killed them was even able to be driving a car in the first place. Derrick Thompson is that man. He's in jail, and the Hennepin County Attorney's Office says charges will probably come tomorrow. And so tonight we want to focus on the questions that Lou Raguse got answers to today.
Jana, in 2020, Derrick Thompson was convicted in California of a charge that revokes his driving privileges there and theoretically here. Despite that, earlier this month, just 9 days before the fatal crash, Minnesota issued Thompson a new driver's license.
Besides the question of what charge he could face for his alleged role in the Friday night crash in Minneapolis that killed 5 young women, several other questions have arisen regarding Derrick John Thompson, including how he has a valid Minnesota driver's license after a 2020 conviction in California for a hit and run that permanently disabled a woman.
In every case, you are hoping for rehabilitation. In every case, you are hoping somebody changes.
John Sabernock is the Santa Barbara County District Attorney. He says they didn't offer Thompson a plea bargain, so Thompson pleaded guilty to the most serious charge.
Would his California case affect his ability to get a driver's license in any way?
A conviction for that offense results in a mandatory revocation of your driving privilege in the state of California.
Department of Public Safety officials confirmed Thompson applied for a new driver's license in March, but national databases showed his privileges were invalid in another state. DPS says on June 7th, 9 days before the deadly crash on Lake Street, Minnesota issued Thompson a new driver's license when the same database showed his privileges were valid in all states. DPS does not explain how that happened.
It almost sounds like he had a valid license in Minnesota because of a loophole.
I can't necessarily comment on that. All I can say is California, again, by operation of law, revoked his privilege to operate a motor vehicle.
Besides the issue of his license is the question of how Thompson was already free after being sentenced to 8 years in prison in California in February 2020. The California Department of Corrections confirms he was released in January 2023 after serving just 3 years. They note that he received 577 days of credit for time spent in the county jail first. Sabernock shares another way Thompson's sentence was shortened.
And we have been informed he also attended Fire Camp, which is a program run by the California Department of Corrections where inmates are allowed to receive training in the fighting of wildfires and actually will be dispatched to wildfires. And it is very common for the Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation to bring crews to the wildfires.
Sabernock doesn't know if Thompson actually did fight any California wildfires, but confirms it is one of several factors that led to his freedom. The district attorney sympathizes with the victims' families.
An incident this horrible, it devastates a community.
Now, the driver's license issue is very relevant because Thompson was driving a rental car Friday night. And according to a search warrant, he is the one who rented the car, and you need a valid driver's license in order to do that. The question remains, what happened between March and June that caused the database to show he has no flags preventing him from getting a license? Jana.
And I know they didn't get into that in the statement they gave you, Lou, but is that going to be something that our Department of Public Safety could answer, or is that a national database that someone else has to answer to?
I have the question posed to the California Department of Motor Vehicles, who theoretically should be able to answer the question. I haven't heard back from them yet.
All right, well, we'll keep asking then. Lou, thank you so much. We appreciate it.